Yo, what's up everyone? Long time no video. Let's see how the market's doing today. Oh, not that good. Alright, let me show you why, okay? So, rising wedge right here. And I'll get into why I wasn't making videos at the end of this video, if you want to stick around. But I'll just do this for now. Alright, so here is, I'm gonna make this darker just because I don't want, or I do want people to see it. So it kind of bounced off these levels perfectly. Alright, so let me show you why I didn't call this out earlier. So I thought originally that this was the rising wedge, right? So you can see actually 1-2 touches, and then there's a pretty significant breakout here, and it forms the flag, and it doesn't go any lower. So ignore this line for now. So rising wedge is a bearish pattern, obviously, as you can see here. So pretty much I thought that this was the move, and I saw other people calling this rising wedge. Excuse me. I saw other people calling this rising wedge afterwards, right? After that this broke out, they were like, oh, there's a new one. So I just kind of ignored it, you know? But once I saw this breakout and how it was like moving along this line, I knew it was going to break, you know what I mean? So we had moves coming down here, like this bear flag right here. And there was another one right here, support line break, and this is more of a, you could call this a triangle, you know, another one, and these can also be reversal bearish patterns, but like the bullish ones with the top resistance line when it's flat. This can also be a bearish pattern when it's in such a heavy downtrend, because this is not gonna, it really relies on the trend on these kinds. If it's in an uptrend, it's probably gonna break upwards unless it moves super high, but it's hard to tell without a specific example, and I don't have one. But here's an example where, you know, a triangle formed and there's you know, a pretty significant move down. So I actually do see another bearish pattern here. So this is gonna keep moving downwards. I am holding just because I really don't care to trade this. I do have a short position on BMX right now, but you know, I don't know when this is gonna end, really. Sorry if I keep zooming in and out, like I haven't done this in a while, so bear with me. Let me actually, I'll just get on the 45-minute and then hold it still. Let me actually zoom out too a little bit, sorry. So while I'm doing this, I'll explain. So I think that it keeps hitting these support lines pretty significantly, you know? Like this one, it hit and then it bounced and then it comes down, right? And then we had a pretty significant drop, and then we bounced, and then we stayed here actually for a long time, because here's why. So this 4-hour RSI, it actually got oversold here, so we had this bounce because we had to move higher before we moved lower, because this is a super high time frame. Well, not super high, but you know what I mean, it's pretty high time frame. So 45-minute, it's got to move sideways before it drops again, and I think we're gonna have another bounce right here at the very least. And I've been reading things, and here's the thing: it could be manipulation, and actually there is manipulation. Like, I've already known this. Pretty much, I think I've explained this in the Discord. By the way, I deleted the Discord. I'll get into that again at the end of the video. So there is manipulation, you know, and the reason that technical analysis still works with such heavy manipulation is because the people manipulating this are doing so with the technicals, you know what I mean? And I don't know if this is because they use the technicals also, which is pretty naive to think. I think they're just I think they're using the technicals and doing it when others are expecting a drop, because so that they think it's natural, or whatever their case is. I know they want to buy the coins lower, so it is what it is, you know. Like, there's manipulation. The way that you can try to navigate around this is by at least buying the altcoins when they're dropping, right? So while Bitcoin is dropping, you know, the altcoins are doing so badly, but it's hard to say. You know, there's really no way that you can get around it, and that's just the name of the game, you know what I mean? We all know that Bitcoin's going to bounce up again, but you never know when. So I guess I'll do Ethereum and Litecoin as well. I haven't really been doing them as much because I don't trade these. So actually, yeah, no, this bounced here. Could we do a level right there? I don't know. It looks like these are just bouncing with Bitcoin, so they haven't really been respecting levels except for right here. And so there isn't really much except for this bear flag as well. You can you probably can see these patterns all over the place, you know. There's another one right here. Another one right there. And, you know, we're dropping again. I don't really care about Ethereum, so I'm not going to do it because I do videos on what I'm trading. So Ethereum, it's pretty much just following Bitcoin, right? And we probably could have seen this coming because Ethereum was moving sideways and so was Litecoin, and Bitcoin was booming. And I think I did call that, actually. I don't know if I did. Maybe it was in Discord. I'm pretty sure I said it in a video, though. I said that it was weird that it was moving sideways, and we could probably see a drop because these are not popping off like they were in you know, December or whatever. So Litecoin, let's go to Bitfinex because that's what I use. That's where my charts are. So again, Litecoin, not really popping off like, or it's popping off, but it's popping in the other direction, I should say. So you know, it was kind of channeling sideways, just like Ethereum, and it broke through the support level and dropped. So Bitcoin, I'm just going to go back to this for a placeholder, and I did change my charts. Thank you for noticing. So here's why I haven't been uploading. Okay, and if you don't want to know about this, just click off the video now. But so I go through this thing, right? I lose motivation really quickly, and I made this channel, right, because I just wanted to kind of share the knowledge, right? And eventually I figured that this would just be, you know, some easy way to pay for college and all that, right? And trading has been doing very well for me, I can't lie, but I figured that this would be an extra income source, you know what I mean? Just in case something like this were to happen, and you know, there was no easy way for me to make money by holding the altcoins because my altcoins were decreasing in value. Anyway, so that's why I made the channel, right? And because I saw a lot of scammers, and they weren't necessarily really good at TA, and I was, so I wanted to just kind of share that, you know what I mean? Because this is like, this strategy, it's worked for me, and it's worked for other people, and there's really like no one that it can't work for, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so easy. You stick to the basics and you're good, because the basics work. So like I said, I lose motivation really quickly, and that's why I started the channel. And I kind of like, I really hate that about myself, you know. I just lose motivation so quickly that it's not even worth it. I've started so many, not so many, you know what I mean, but I've started like 3 businesses, and I did one for like a couple months. It didn't really make me any money. mainly because it was a website and those things take years before they make money, so I didn't have the money to fund it or anything at the time, and it was just a bad idea on my part. And the other one was a YouTube channel similar to this, except I knew nothing about finance about a year ago, and this was, you know, a year ago, and I didn't know how to trade. I was all fundamentals and stuff, and it was garbage, right? It was a garbage YouTube channel, and it did pretty well, actually. I did it for the same amount of time, probably a couple months, and this one I've done for a week, and it's probably got more subscribers than I got on the other one in like 6 months. So that's why I stopped making videos, and I deleted the Discord. I'm probably not going to put it back up until, you know, I feel like it really. Until it can maintain conversations without me having to facilitate them. I think that's when I'll put it back up again. But yeah, I like making videos, and I like sharing my ideas with other people. So I mean, just don't, the main thing to take away here is don't expect videos every single day like I was doing like 2 weeks ago. That's the main thing that you should take away. I might do a video like maybe twice a week, maybe a weekly recap. I have no clue yet, but I'm still gonna be teaching. I'll be teaching people, I guess, in the comments if they have questions, and if someone does want me to, like, you know, teach them, like if they want to pay me and teach them, they can. But seeing as like how little my channel is, like, I'm not expecting anybody to do that, you know what I mean? But I'll take the money if you want, you know, but it's not important. I don't need it. So and this stuff is super easy anyway. With you could, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, this is just getting off topic now, but if you needed if you needed to know what I was talking about, you could just Google this stuff. Just Google the terms that I'm using: support, resistance, rising wedge, falling wedge, symmetrical triangle, you know, that stuff, and you'll be able to get it pretty easily, I think. Now other stuff like first touch and everything, I'd probably be able to teach that to someone, but that's all really. Thanks for listening if you stayed here long enough to my rambling, but it is what it is.